can be, but we still family. My HBCU better than yours. You better recognize my HBCU better than yours. Listen, it's another beautiful day in the neighborhood, and welcome to the HBCU Man Cave. It's Resurrection Sunday. Listen, you are in a safe space for men to relate, relax, and release. We are in the cave where we uplift, educate, and celebrate the legacy and excellence of HBCUs as a band of brothers. Listen, it's your boy, it's your cousin, it's your uncle, it's your best friend. I am A. Harris Brown, and this is another edition of the HBCU Man Cave, where grown men, grown Black men, gather to build, to vent, to laugh, and to love on each other while talking about all the things manhood, mental health, and the culture. Welcome to a space where healing meets hype and wisdom meets real talk. Now, whether you're tuning in from your living room, your car, or even somewhere on campus, thank you for tapping in today. And today is going to be another good one. Now, you know, I don't roll solo in the cave. So let me always bring on my good brother and my co-host, the one, the only, the soon to be in a couple days, the future Dr. Shean Cain.
What's up?
Oh,
Something slight,
you out here in these streets? What?
Yeah, I'm in the streets.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Let me take these off. Yeah, they can't see. It's my hater blockers, you know what I'm saying?
Not your haters. Come on. Not the haters.
What's going on, my brother? What's
Man,
going on?
It's another beautiful day in the neighborhoid. Listen, I went to church today, had a great time. It's an amazing worship experience. So
That's
now
good.
I came home, took a quick little power nap, did some homework. Now I'm here with the band of brothers to see what's
Yes,
happening.
sir. It's a
Listen.
beautiful day.
So you doing all right? Everything's well? Good energy?
Oh, energy's up. We coming live right now, because I'm here at the USO, just enjoying a few refreshments, getting ready to fly out,
Okay, come on, refreshments. Listen, I also want to take a moment real quick and shout out and want to send our love to our brother Kevin Keys III. Kevin is stepping away from the show because to focus on his educational journey. He's as you all know, if you've been watching the show lately, he has just recently started his PhD program. And so we want to make sure that he is, taking all the time he needs, plus his political aspirations and his entrepreneurial grind. And this brother is he's trying to take over the world in Oak Park, Michigan. So please, we want to make sure that Kev, your voice has helped shape the HBCU Man Cave, and we salute you and everything you've been doing and you're stepping into at this point. We have nothing but love for you, and bruh, more power to you. Now, with that said, now Shane, I don't know if you want to say anything else to Kevin before we move on.
Oh man, I'm just happy for him, man, because I know how the doctoral program can be very stressful. I mean, I'm at the end now, so I can definitely tell it's going to take a toll on him. Just because before I joined the show, I was grinding.
I know.
So, yeah. So, best wishes, and I know he will do good. We're here to support him, so he's good.
But we got a text from him earlier today, so we're gonna still be in contact.
Yeah, we go. Oh yeah, definitely.
And maybe who knows? He'll come back and be a guest when he becomes Dr. Keys.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, let's give us an update of what's happening in his world. So now, Shane, it is with real excitement that we take a moment to introduce a brother who is no stranger to the Man Cave. Now, he's been here before as a guest. Matter of fact, when the HBCU Man Cave started some years ago, he was one of the original hosts of the show. But we're excited to bring him back officially to this new crew. Y'all show some love for Shay Clemens.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? A guest / he used to be here.
He used to be here. Now, for those who don't know who he is, let me just go on and give him a little intro just in case. Listen, he's a graduate of Bowie State University, 2023.
Correct.
Right.
Old head.
Okay, not the old head. Oh my God. He's a comedian. He's a scholar. He's a criminologist. And he uses media to uplift, inform, and entertain the Black community. From sharp social commentary to soulful laughter, Shay brings intellect, creativity, and cultural pride to every conversation. You may have seen him on his socials. You've heard his voice. And now we welcome him to be officially part of the Cave. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How y'all doing? I appreciate it. Thank y'all for having me, man.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
He ain't gonna hold you with that swear shirt you got on.
Hey, you know, I represent all HBCUs. This HBCU love everywhere. You know, I'm a Florida boy. I'm from Jacksonville.
Hey, Tampa.
Yeah.
First of all, no, it's Hillsborough County, Hillsborough. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I never heard of it.
Tampa, baby, Tampa.
We here. Never heard of it.
I never heard of Duval either.
All right, so now, Shay, one of the things that we like to always do before we even get started is I always have to go back and before we dive into this week's conversation, you know, I always have to ask this question, and we always have to ask, you know, the question, you know, Shay, what's in your cup this week?
So, I don't have a cup this week. I do have a cup. It will be sitting on American Airlines later, but right now, I don't have my cup because I can't bring my liquor over here, part of the USO. I know.
Okay.
So I don't have a cup this week, but you
get on the plane.
I'm gonna be toasted. They know I'm coming.
So Shane, where are you traveling to this week?
So I'll be on this night flight going to Miami, leaving from Miami, going back home. Now y'all know where home is.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Not him with the boomba clock.
Going back to Jamaica, man. You know, just having some fun, and you know, I pray for you too, Anthony. I say a prayer.
All right, they ain't gonna hold. Because
first of all, what you got in your cup? Because I saw a cup.
Don't do me. Listen. Now listen. Now I went to church today. Today is Resurrection Sunday.
It looks like you're resurrected because you're shining right now. So something is in that cup.
This is Resurrection Sunday. Listen, he got up. So but bro, I ain't gonna hold you. When I came out of church, though, you knew it was 420. Outside was lit. Oh, they was across the street in the neighborhood. That's all I'm gonna say. I cannot confirm or deny what is in this cup right now. I'm just gonna say it's some tea. It's some tea.
It's some flying tea.
I'm just gonna say it's some tea. Yeah, it's some tea.
Does it settle your nerves?
Listen, woo.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Listen, anyway. So listen, fellas, we got a couple new segments that we want to talk about. So anyway, so listen, before we get too deep into today's topic, let's take a look at what's moving the world around us, right? You know, here in the cave, we like to keep our eyes on the culture, the community, and the headlines that shape our lives. Now, let's tap into what's trending in Black news, because what impacts us inspires us, and sometimes even challenges us, and it deserves our attention. Now, have you all been checking out this story about the Urban League and William James College and the mental health access for Black men?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's just talk about that real quick. Can we unpack that for just a moment? So there was an article from the Urban League talking about new health equity effort to increase access for mental health services for Black men. Now, something interesting. Now, what are your thoughts? This is a collaboration between the Urban League and Williams James College pushing for greater access and expanding opportunities for Black men for jobs in the field. What's your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I think it's vital. I mean, like I heard somebody say the other day that mental health is everything, and it is. Like, if you ain't got your mentals together, it's gonna be hard for you to even function just in everyday life. So, I see where they're trying to make it affordable and they're trying to make it accessible to more Black men because our mental health sometimes don't exist. It's just but mental health for your ass in that yard or to that job, you know. So we just gotta know that it exists and that it's out there and that it's for us, to be able to use.
Listen, health is wealth, first of all. We got to
For sure.
recognize that the article made reference to. And we got to recognize that sometimes, as I love how the Saints used to say, would like to say right now, prepare the others.
Yeah.
When I read the article, and I kind of, skimmed over it, I feel like more of this needs to happen. We have too many highly Black, successful individuals that can make an impact in this area, knowing that mental health is very serious in the Black community, right? And among men and women of color. When I read it and I went back and I kind of looked at a small part of it where Hall said partnership with William James College made it obvious. It's given or focusing more on clinical psychology, right?
That's your area of expertise.
Exactly, right?
Come on, doctor.
Giving care for 6 different specific marginalized includes African, not only African Americans, but we are going to Africa, the Caribbean, right? It's not only for American Blacks, because remember, America is a melting pot, right? So you have all these different ethnicities that are Black that are coming in, and we all suffer from some type of mental health, and even the wealthy Black successful guys and women been through that, right? And I think if they kind of just like, okay, let's give back, or let's start a charity, or let's do something to help others who are coming up in this field, or that are going through mental health, should be a vital or a prioritized way. You know what I'm saying? But it's not being done. It's not being done, and I kind of just like, really? So, you're not prioritizing mental health within the community. It's small groups, but I feel like they can do better. They can do better.
Okay. All right. So now listen. So I want to also lift up a couple other points. The article talked about expanding cultural competent therapy access. And mental health support for men. Listen, it's got to be competent, it's got to be equitable, it's got to be culturally appropriate across the board for everybody.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that in this particular study and this collaboration, they're talking about they want to really address the stigma with education and Black clinicians, because so often, as especially men of color, there was a time we didn't even think it was okay to go talk to somebody else.
Right.
The most time we was gonna talk about it, we gonna laugh and joke about it in the barbershop.
Right.
Yep.
But imagine, if you will, if these barbers were actually trained therapists.
Trained
Yeah.
clinician. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or at least provide you some resources and like, let me get you
Oh,
the
yeah.
next, because I mean, that's what was happening.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you all. What does this mean for how we show up in the world and care for ourselves? What does that mean? How should we show up and how do we care for ourselves?
I think authenticity
Mm-hmm.
is a big piece of that. You have to be authentic, and you have to want, and you have to have the need. Right? You can show up, but that's a showing up, right? It's just like me saying, okay, my lieutenant commander says show up, and I show up. But what am I showing up for?
Ooh.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
It's like you have to have the want, you have to have the need, right? So when you show up, okay, let me be authentic. Let me let you know. Okay, Anthony, you're my clinician. You're my doctor. I have to talk to you. I'm not just gonna show up and sit on the couch and look at you. There ain't no reason for me to do that. But I'm gonna come to you and I'm gonna be authentic. Hey man, I'm struggling. Because one other thing is for men, we don't talk.
Right.
We don't talk. So we'll just show up just for showing up. You know what I'm saying? And we are scared to even let out of our mouth what's going on because we're afraid of being judged or looked at a certain way, or masculinity will be taken away. But for real, if I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna say, Anthony, listen, Doc, this is what's going on. I need help.
Okay.
So authentic, to be authentic, being raw, show up. Meaning, just don't come looking. I'm coming searching for help.
Okay. Shay, what you
Yeah.
got? You want to add something to that?
Yeah, I mean, because like reading the report, you see that it says only 2% of the licensed psychiatrists are African American or are black. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, when can we start telling these kids that these are things that you can be? Like we need to give them access and give them exposure to careers like this because it's needed. Like we need black psychiatrists, obviously, because like he said, you know, sometimes we get into that tough masculinity portion where we're not asking for help and we just going through it, and it's only building more and more issues with us mentally. Like even for me, you know, I didn't really start revealing anything as far as like post-traumatic stress disorder as a veteran until maybe 17, 18 years in. And I built that up and dealt with it for all those years, all the deployments and the family stuff and just things going on. And I wish that I knew that I had access to, you know, adequate and mental health. And it would have been even better that if it was a black psychiatrist that I could have talked to. And even better if it was a black male, because I kind of feel like, you know, you can relate to who you look like. So,
Yep.
you know, so if we can make these types of things available, you know, to these young kids and
Mm-hmm.
let them know, yeah, man, you can go be a psychiatrist, man. Because what's a psychiatrist? Oh, yeah, this is what it is. This is how you get to do it. And this is where you can be, you
Because if
know?
I can
Yeah.
see it,
Yeah.
then I can be
I
it.
can see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we just quoted R. Kelly, but I'll take it.
No, no need it.
Hello. Hello.
It makes
It,
sense. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
it
still
just
sing that song at karaoke. I don't care what you say.
Because it's not about the messenger, it's really about the
it's the
message.
message.
But that's
Yeah.
The
facts though.
message.
If I can see it, I can
You know
believe it.
what? I'm glad you said that because it took you what 18 years
Yeah.
to even start unpacking that.
Yes, bro.
I never started unpacking that until what, less than a year before I just retired.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So going in to see somebody that's not looking like you
Yeah.
in your mind, and you can attest to this, in your mind is like, I don't want to say too much.
Right. I don't want
I
them to
don't
think
want
I'm
to do too
crazy.
much. I don't want
Yeah.
to think that I'm crazy. But
Yeah.
if I see you across the room and you looking at me looking at you, and you be like,
Yeah.
okay, you
What's
look
going
like
on?
me.
Yeah.
You feel like, first of all, the very approach. Hey man, come on, man, come sit down. You feel all
Yeah.
welcome. Come sit
Yeah.
down, man. Let's chop it up real quick.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Right there and then you be like, shit, man. Listen, this is what's going on, man. Right away you feel so calm and relieved that
Yeah.
somebody like you is talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never had that until like before and
Yeah.
it's mind boggling because I'm sitting down there with all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
Never
Life
felt like I
happening.
needed exactly. And then boom, somebody who looked like you,
Yeah,
Doc. Let me talk to you. Come on, man. Let's
yeah,
chop it up.
yeah,
Mm, mm.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we go. I want to go to my next trending topic. Story number 2 is the 2025 Met Gala theme. Theme is super fine tailoring black style. Mm. Now, the
I
Met
wish I
Gala
was that cool.
is honoring black excellence, self-expression, and creativity. Now, you know I'm all about the fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good
I know.
outfit. Now listen, when I walk through,
They
oh, I'm
gotta see
gonna
it.
walk through.
Walk, walk, walk.
Oh, listen, you talk about the Met Gala this earlier this year was a celebration of black men's fashion and individuality. When I tell you these brothers came out stepping this past year,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to see some of the images. I got to go back and look at some of these things. Talk about the fact that the dress code was tailored for you.
Yeah.
And I love the creativity that is happening. So it's not just a traditional, just, we're going to put on this black tuxedo now. No. We're giving you color. We're giving you style. I mean, from Coleman Domingo to ASAP Rocky to Lewis Hamilton to Pharrell Williams. I'm talking about the fashion was the fashion.
Yeah.
Question, fellas, where do you see yourselves in this?
You know, I think I really do think fashion is
What happened?
I'm here. I do think fashion is a way to express yourself, your inner being, right? It's not just about putting on the clothes. It's about how you feel. Somebody always say you feel good, you look good, you play good, right?
Yeah.
So so we were down in North Carolina, and my dear brother Anthony here, when we had our live show, stepped out. I said, look at this motherfucker. Like he stepped out, looking clean and everything. I'm
Yeah.
talking about clean.
I was just coordinated. It was
Okay. Listen, but that's what fashion is. It's about coordinating. It's about right. It's not all about putting this and that together. It's about coordinating. And again, fashion for me, because as I said, Anthony, you knew about this. After going through what I did in the military, and I got out and kind of like trying to find myself again. Fashion was my way of expressing myself. I couldn't talk because I don't know who to trust. I couldn't say this or say that. And the military is bound by certain codes, so you just don't say nothing. My way,
mm,
I just express myself through my clothes, express
Mm.
myself through what I wear, how I wear it, how I rock it. You know what I'm saying? It was my style because I feel free in doing that. Because you can't take my clothes off me.
Right.
So that's my way of expressing. So when you talk about fashion, it's not just putting on a clothes. It's rocking it how you're feeling, expressing, you know?
okay.
That's a fact.
Oh yeah.
And I like the
Now,
culture. I like the
Shay, what
culture
about
of
you? You gonna
I'm
step out
sorry.
on them?
Huh?
Are you gonna step out on them?
Yeah, man. I mean, I love the idea of being a black dandy. Like that's a big deal because you got to understand, like, our grandfathers and great grandfathers, they was clean when
Oh
they went
yeah.
out just for regular everyday. So they had a suit on, a tailored suit, and
Mm-hmm.
it was the norm for them because they stood out. And when
Oh
you
yeah.
bring back that type of culture, you bring those type of expectations and that perception as black men, then you set a higher standard for I'm just not regular. You see this suit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not regular. So you're not gonna treat me like I'm regular.
Exactly.
So I like the fact that the Met Gala is putting that out there, and hopefully, it give young brothers, something to look forward
Listen,
to.
I put on something last week, but last Sunday, and one of the mothers from the church she said, wait a minute now. She said, now if you wearing this and it's the Passover, I can't wait to see you.
Yeah.
Let me take that.
Hey, listen, you're gonna show up at the Last Supper looking like Jesus is gonna look at you like, what's up? You trying to outdress me?
Tell him to come here.
Listen, I fell up in that thing today. They said, Negro, where you think you going?
Right. Yeah. But that's the reaction you're supposed to get.
It was just stuff. First of all, it was something this is funny. It was a suit I hadn't worn since 2019, first of all.
Yeah.
And I just said, I ain't worn this in a minute.
Yeah.
Let me just put this on just for old time's sake, just to show them, just to let the saints know. Because my church is very casual in most cases. So I can go like with a sweater on or a t-shirt or but the thing let me just let y'all know. I ain't new to this. True.
Yeah,
so I can put on the 3-piece. I can put the 3-piece on.
Yeah.
With the bow tie and the gaiters and the hat. I can give it to you now.
Yeah. That's how I have to dress for work. I'm a contractor, so I gotta wear a suit and tie to work. And every now and then I go get that, put on them Gucci's. Hey, look, man, I know I'm coming here for 8 hours, but I'm stepping in here today.
Listen, so I do want to say again, with the Met Gala, we had the first all-black male co-chairs and host committee of cultural icons who really made a big difference and made an impact on what was happening during that time frame. And I just love the idea of the fact that people who look like us was being able to celebrate and to activate and elevate this world of fashion. So does visibility matter? Yes.
Absolutely.
Does style and identity go hand in hand for us? Yes. Most definitely. All right. So my last trending topic is things. Wait a minute. I think I got a video. Matter of fact, let me go back real quick. I think I got a video coming up. Now this next.
I responded to the comment.
Oh. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hey, man,
Do you see that sweatshirt he has on, Vernon?
FAMU law loading.
Okay. Because he wants to go to law school with FAMU, so we ain't gonna hold. Wait a minute, Shay, what's in your cup? I didn't even
anybody asked me.
Let me go.
Oh, my bad. Hey, brothers, this good Resurrection Sunday. Just got a little fine Remy Martin there, a little exclusive.
Okay.
Hey, man, them Navy boys can't afford this.
He said, they ain't on your salary. He said, you petty. He said, you petty.
You know what?
More petty officers.
As I said, I am not going to be with the cheer force today. So we go.
My bad.
All right, so
this is gonna be a Navy Air Force thing, I think.
Let's shift gears real quick and check out something that's been making rounds online. One of those videos that hits you in the chest with a little bit. It's called Things Black Men Should Know. Now, it's packed with reflections, reminders, and some real truth. So let's play this clip. Let's take it in, and then we'll talk about what stuck with us and what every brother out here deserves to hear. Let's go check out this video.
What's one thing every black man should know today?
Every black man needs to know that you are not alone.
What's one thing every black man should know today?
Oftentimes, you're one connection away from changing your life.
We're kings. There's melanation on your skin, you win. So know that they deserve to be here. You're the best at everything you do. Don't tell yourself otherwise.
There's life after trauma.
And we're better together.
Man, black man got swag.
Hey!
That we're relevant.
That you are loved.
Black Men's World is a traveling cookout.
Motivate,
and uplift.
Community. It's all about the community. You're valuable, you're important, and you're needed.
And we're on the same team. We are powerful and unforgettable.
Be the change you want to see in your community.
You are enough.
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
We changing our image.
Take care of your family. Drink plenty of water.
You are loved, you are valued, and you are needed.
We create our own standard. Keep a suit in your closet because you'll never know who you'll meet out here.
Always put God first. Be resilient.
If you fail, it's just a learning opportunity.
Look in the mirror every day and say, hey man, I love you. Just keeping itself together as black men as a group.
It is okay to cry.
Give it one go around, live it to the fullest, don't leave no gas in the tank.
Any negative situation, find a positive thing. Every black man should know that they are powerful and they can do anything they put their mind to.
What black men should know, I would definitely say, who are you?
Brand is figuring out their strengths and how to exploit their strengths.
One thing every black man should hear today is that they're important.
Stay strong.
What's one thing every black man should know today?
That we're amazing.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. I agree with every last one.
Listen. Whew. And if you notice, do you notice the from the youngest to the oldest?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Man, the one that got me, I didn't think, the one that got me, there's life after trauma.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was good.
Man!
I'm gonna tell you that one stands out to me.
Oh my God. I was not ready for that.
That one stands out to me. Very,
Yeah.
it's personal for me.
Yeah, facts.
That one is personal for me.
Is there anything that you all heard that you wish you had heard earlier in life?
That you are enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I even with this report that came out through the New York Times last week about how black men are not going to college, I was one of them ones that didn't think I was smart enough to go to college. And now here I am headed to law school. But what I wish I would have knew back then that I was enough to be able to go. Because I probably, my trajectory would have been a little different. I mean, hindsight 2020, I'm doing okay. But if I would have knew that I was enough back then and that I could have went to college, I could have went to, I was good enough to go. 'Cause I just didn't think I was smart enough. Because again, I didn't have that access or that exposure to educated black men on a level to where I could go refer to them, and be like, hey, well, how'd you do this? How'd you get to college? What is college like? I didn't have those types of people to reach out to. So, but that's a big deal. Just knowing that you're enough and knowing that you can it's really it can really be helpful to you.
Oh,
you remember last week's conversation, Anthony, what we had on the show?
Oh, we talking about
right back.
We talked about that topic.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just talked about black men going to college.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's very alarming to see that. And we did touch on certain things in the show where we talked about, if we had somebody in the community or if we had other people that look like us.
Yeah.
That says, hey, get out the streets, man. Come on, let me show you something that's better.
Listen.
And it's funny that you just said that just now. If you had that type of person in your corner, guess what? You probably be further than you are, but guess what? It ain't never too late.
Right.
It ain't never too late. I'm old now. I'm about to get my doctorate. It ain't never too late.
Listen, now that we've explored what's happening around us and inside of us, it's time to take a dive into the heart of tonight's episode. And we don't have a lot of time, but we're going to try to see what we can take care of. Now, this one is a little bit personal. Now, we're talking about affirmations. And it's interesting enough because I'm writing my book right now. The book is about affirmations and inspire me moments. Yeah. And so, can you believe it? And we're talking about affirmations, love, and emotional support for black men. Because in a world that tries to tell us who we're not, we need to be bold enough to speak life into who we are. Now, Let's get into it. The theme again is the importance of affirmations, love, and emotional support for Black men. Now, fellas, what is an affirmation you say, or what is something that you wish you heard growing up?
That it's okay to love each other, far as, us being Black men. Because I think that love is the core to fix everything. If we loved each other more, we probably wouldn't be ready to hurt each other so much. If we loved each other more, we'd stay with our women and raise our kids more. If we loved our, if we made love the base, then we could defeat everything on the outside that was systematic to disrupt us.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But a lot of that stuff worked. A lot of those systems and programs and a lot of that stuff worked on us, and to kind of disrupt our development as people. But if we just loved each other more.
I know that's right. Shane, what you got? What's the affirmation that you either say or something that you wish you had heard?
I wish I had heard it's okay, or it's allow yourself to express your emotions freely.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's a little personal. It's a little personal because we getting there. Growing up as a young jit, I grew up a little angry because I felt like, I'm not being heard or not being listened to, or, oh, it's just a little short guy. We ain't listening to him. We're in class. We're doing this. Oh, so I got that resentment, this anger, like, I have some good ideas, good points, whatever the case may be, but weren't taken serious. I weren't listened to. So I bottled all of that stuff in, right? Which led to me not expressing myself freely or talking how I feel or telling somebody, or giving guidance or whatever the case may be. So I store that up with all of that within me, right? And if somebody could just say, hey, come here, man, you can express yourself freely. You can do it right here. But I never had that. Because I went to high school at like what, 9 years old, 10 years old, So I was a young guy, really smart, but never had the opportunity to kind of, now that I have the opportunity, now that I'm free, but I still feel hesitant sometimes because I've been, for so long, it has been that, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm taking my time, I'm freely expressing myself, and it feels good. It feels good. So I can tell somebody right now, hey, come over here, man, let's talk, express yourself.
You know
what?
Have a
safe space.
I'm thinking about the affirmation that I just heard in recent days that's kind of been sticking with me is, be the person you needed when you were young.
Yeah.
Be the person you needed when you were young. Because so often we were looking for that validation, or we were looking for that love, we were looking for that connection, we were looking for that person who would tell us it's going to be okay, and we didn't always have it. But now that we are in a different space, in a different place, we can now be the one to let another young person know it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to make it. It's going to be all right. And so when I heard that, and it hit me like, oh, yeah, be the person I needed.
You had to think about it for a second. Be like, what?
Oh man, because it took me on this loop. Okay, I'm here for that.
It's gonna pull you about 5 different ways before you even come back right around. And be like, oh, so this is what this is.
Because I think so often as Black men, we struggle with positive self-talk or receiving that kind of love from another brother.
Yeah.
Now, again, we go back to the video that we just saw, and you saw all these brothers. First of all, they were sharp. Now, they must have got the message. First of all, they got the message from the Met Gala, right?
All right.
And shout out to Black Menswear for actually providing us with that video clip. So if you want to check them out on Instagram, Black Menswear, who provided us that video clip. Again, you saw all of the positive affirmations, you saw all the love, like you said, young at heart, and they were right there just supporting each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was powerful. Now, so brothers, real quick, how can we affirm each other without fear of being seen as weak or inferior?
We got to trust each other.
Oh,
I think that's the, I mean, of course, you definitely can't confide in everybody, but you do have to be able to, have enough discernment to be able to know what you have with certain people.
Come on,
Because,
discernment.
yeah, yeah, so it's just kind of important to make sure that you know what you got with people. That friendship is super important. I mean, make sure you know who you have in your circle, and you know what you're dealing with. I mean, it's just important to build those connections with with people that you can trust.
Okay. I want to go. I don't know if any. I want to go back and refer to this comment that a good friend of mine, Maurice Martin, who is a phenomenal keynote speaker, and he's a workshop presenter. He's amazing. First of all, he was Shane. He was actually doing a workshop the same time we were doing our.
We were doing it, but I heard.
He's like, I think I heard y'all doing the whole show. Like, yeah, my bad. But anyway, Maurice, his comment on the comment I just made, he's like, yes, that's the one I use when I'm imagining the type of husband, father, mentor I want to become. Yes. So, Maurice, thank you for sharing that again. Y'all got to go check out that brother. He is absolutely amazing. Now, mind you, even though he's not an HBCU grad, I might have to grad. I might have because he's a grad. He's not a grad, but he might have passed through. He might have talked about it. He might have I wish I had went to an HBCU. You know how they do.
Honorary.
But yeah, thank you, Maurice, for shouting us out. Let us know that we over here crushing it. We appreciate it. But anyway, but I'm just thinking about this. And then here's my other question: is Shane? I'm sorry, you was about to say something.
No. I was actually agreeing with the trusting part of it, because that's a lot of things that we struggle with as Black men.
Mm-hmm.
We struggle to trust because in the back of your mind you're thinking, shoot, am I going to go down again? Am I going to feel empty again? What if I pour this into another individual who looks like me? Are they going to use whatever I'm saying to them and weaponize it? It's all sort of thoughts that's going through your brain. So, trusting and accountability also kind of ties into it, because, if I see you coming to me and I'm a trustworthy brother, I'm accountable for you at this point in time, right? And if you don't have that, then it goes hand in hand with trust. If you can't be accountable, then you can't trust. I mean, it's simple, goes hand in hand.
I want to see if I can shift this real quick and talk about reclaiming intimacy and connection. When was the last time you hugged a brother and you meant it?
Oh man.
Again, no daddy.
Yeah, for sure. No, you ain't even got to say that.
You ain't got to say that.
I mean, unless y'all booed up, ain't none of my business. But I can walk and you booed up. But the thing is, what is wrong with men just giving each other some dap and a hug to let them know, bruh, I love you. I'm supporting you. I got your back.
Yeah. So I'm from the South, so that's how I greet anyway. What's up, bro? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And that's how I greet anyway. So that's normal for me, because that's just how we show love. Yeah. But I get it, because some people can be a little standoffish and I don't know. It's like you kind of want to break that barrier with them. Like, look, man, we good. Especially like with younger kids, like as I mentor younger, like 12, 13, they are so like tense And you really just have to
Right.
break them down and be like, look,
They be
it's
quick to say
gonna
that's
be
gay.
okay.
Or that's like it's okay.
It's
To
okay,
tell a
man.
brother, you
Yeah.
know, brother,
But
you look good. That's a nice
Yeah.
boy, you sharp.
Yeah.
see, but then you got to understand, right? Because you mentor, 13, 14. You got to understand the society that we live in now,
Yeah.
and that's why they think the way they think. And then you have to break him down and say, hey, this is a manly love. This is not the
Yeah.
ookie dook stuff that's going on in this
Right.
world. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got to understand, because now, we in our era, like I saw Anthony when we were I hugged that brother. I dap. I said, man, I love you, man. I appreciate you taking us here. Listen, it's all love. My boy Reed,
Yeah.
And we
every
went
time
in
I
with
see
an
my
open
big,
arm.
we went, we went in
hug.
open arms. Oh yeah, because that's that. It's appreciation. It's love. I'm giving you love. I'm giving you your flowers. I'm telling you that, hey man, I appreciate you. In today's world, right now in the society, you can't do that, because
Yeah.
first they're gonna look at you and back up. It don't matter what type of connection, man. Why are you coming over
Right,
here trying to?
you got the goodies. You got something.
It's like you coming with something that's foul to them, right? So you have to actually sit them down and break it. And as I said, because I mentor them younger kids too, and I bring them in and I talk their language, right? I talk their
Mhm.
language, because when you can talk their language, you can break them down and show them, hey man, it's okay to hug. It's okay, because especially if you don't have a father and somebody's
Yeah.
coming in your life now who's standing in that place and kind of giving you that structure, they're gonna look at you like, what?
Mhm.
What are you trying to do, man? Come here,
Right.
man. I love you. Come, bring it in. Let me
Yeah.
give you a hug. Nah, man, I don't want no hug from you. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I
So it's
saw.
important to break them down. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw a teacher do that on a video. He was it was his class, and every student that came out,
Mm-hmm.
it was going on spring break. He was like, "I love you,
Right.
man. Be safe on spring break." Every single one of them. It was black,
Oh yeah.
Spanish. He
Yep.
was dapping them up and giving them a hug.
Yep.
I'm like, they probably
Mm-hmm.
don't ever get that, and he probably knew that.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. I made sure every time I see my dad, oh wow, listen, he gonna tell me to let him go, because I love you,
Yeah,
man. Thank you.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially an island boy.
You feel me?
And
It's real.
continue to do that, Shane. Please continue to
Oh, for
love
sure,
on your
Of course.
father.
for
Of
sure.
course. I just talked to him a couple of hours ago. And I said, Dad, I have to give you your flowers every time I talk to you. Because I ain't giving you none on your grave. I'm gonna tell you right now. So you better take
Yeah.
them right now.
Ah!
He know what I meant. So
Mhm.
oh yeah. Love that
Wow.
man.
So let me go ask another question. So again, I'm gonna go back. So we're talking the emotional support. We've been talking about all the brothers, but I need to shout out all of our women out there,
Mm-hmm.
our mothers, grandmothers, the girlfriends, the wives, the bays, the sisters, the aunts. Listen, they give us a lot of emotional support.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even though sometimes we may not even recognize it. I need to make sure, like you talking about giving them, giving your father flowers. I want to make sure we give all the women in our lives the flowers that they deserve, because because I know we can be stubborn, we can be hard headed, we can be
Shoot.
just some shown up assholes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
Yeah.
definitely correct on that. Yes, sir.
But they right there every step of the way with us, encouraging us and motivating us to
Mm-hmm.
do better, to lead, because
Yeah.
that's what we're supposed to be doing, to lead.
Mm-hmm.
Not to sit back and just watch, but to lead. That's all I'm gonna
Look.
say about that.
Yeah, you got to have that equalizer to the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I love that
Mm-hmm.
equalizer to the
Yeah, I
Balance.
never. Shoot. Oh yeah. Oh, never really thought about that. Hmm. Equalizer.
That's what it is, man. It's a
Oh yeah.
balance. Like
Oh
life is all
yeah.
about balance. You can't do too much of nothing. I can't bring in too much masculinity to my. I got a house full of girls. First of all, I've been married 20 years. I got two
Mm-hmm.
daughters. So, and a girl dog. So,
Oh my God.
So there has to be some balance.
So there's a lot of estrogen in your house. A
A
lot
lot.
of estrogen.
A lot. But it can only be one man in this house. You deal what I'm saying? So I can't, so it has to be balanced. I bring the energy I bring, she bring the energy that she brings, as my wife. So it got to be equal. Like I say, equalize the kingdom.
Come on. I love that. Equalize the kingdom. Listen, for those who are just tuning in, I know I probably should have done this a long time ago. Again, you are watching the HBCU Man Cave, whether you're watching on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you're watching it live or you're watching it in the replay. Make sure you comment, like, follow, subscribe. Let us know. Hey, we did the trending topics today. We did a little something. We're doing some new stuff. Shout out our new co-host.
Yeah.
Hey, from Bowie State. Shout him out. That brother right there. He knew, but he's not new. He's returning. All that kind of good stuff.
Listen, that man is over there in the nation's capital. I'll be there in a couple of weeks, brother. We're gonna chop it up.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna get a drink together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm with it.
Shay, by the way, says so Vernon is one of my classmates from Bethune-Cookman, right? He said he want to let us know, great show. Guys, he got to jump off right now because he has to finish the budget crap for work. He's in politics, so he's like, I don't know, he worked for the mayor's office doing something, his finger on the red button or something for the mayor's office, he can just call it whenever he feel like it, I presume.
Vernon need to give me something out of that treasure box.
He said next time the vet guests, he said vet the guests before you allow them.
Hey, whether FAMU or Howard hit me back on this law school, he's gonna be Howard next time.
So, listen, before we get up out of here, I do want to listen. I was looking at some of the comments on Instagram. Thank you, Tasha Miners, for commenting. Thank you, Monique, for commenting on Instagram. Again, Black men need love too. So before we get up out of here, gentlemen, Shay, as I mentioned, we have a segment on the show we call the Habar Ghani moment, where we talk about the good news, what's happening in your world. And listen, you know what? I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm not going to put you on the spot today, but we might even have to give you a quick little comedy corner, whether you want to do something live or you got some. Put me
on the spot like that.
Or you might even have some Instagram reels or something we can just drop in here, and we can just add them in, a comedy reel or something. I'm just gonna throw it out there since you are a comedian as well. I'm just saying.
I wish I would have said. I wish I could have said something to Adrena real quick, but
that's all right.
So I am a stand-up comedian also, along with being.
So you got in the shows when I get back? You got in the shows?
I might. Yeah, I think I just might run in April.
All right. Yeah. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go into our Habar Ghani moment. This is talking about what is the good news happening in your world. So Shay, we're going to let you go and get yours out the way. What's going on in your world? What's your Habar Ghani?
Oh, man. So LSAT in June. I'm hoping to make what I need to make so I can get in one of these good HBCU law schools. I got like 2 baskets. Thank y'all, man. I got 2 baskets where I do stand-up comedy, and I love, learning about, law, and I want to be an attorney at some point. So, retired veteran. I got all the time in the world to choose something, and I'm just going to do both.
I think, by being in law school and criminology, it's going to give you some good material to talk about.
For sure.
You just change your name to protect the innocent.
I mean, the idea going to be to teach at a law school at some point.
Oh, okay.
I want to be a law professor.
Okay. Awesome sauce. Shay, what about you? What's your good news? What is your Habar Ghani?
Listen. I'm going to just go ahead and piggyback off what Shay just said because, he said he's a veteran, retired. Listen, I just retired myself. So.
Love it, bro.
Did I tell you I put my uniform the other day trying to go to work and forgot that I was retired?
I'm telling you. Hey, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to transition. I'm telling you, dude. It's going to take a while.
my boy was like, "Hey man, where you going? You retired?" I said, "Oh, I made that U-turn real quick." But apart from that, man, I have a week and a couple of days before I am newly Dr. Shean Cain. So I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. It's been a journey. It's been a ride. So yeah, I'm heading down to Jamaica right now too. So, you know,
Yes,
I
sir.
have some, yeah.
Well deserved, bro.
Wow.
3 little birds.
Must be nice.
Right, my doorstep.
Must be nice. Let's see. So for me, I'm gonna say, listen, I went to the doctor. I just went to go do a quick health check-in. Ever since I had that little health scare earlier this year and last year, all is well. We are progressing just fine. Actually, I lost a few more pounds, Shane. You'd be surprised. I am now down to 178. I don't even know what that means. I've never been 170 anything.
Man. Yes, sir.
All of my clothes. All of my clothes are too big. So now listen, the sky is out, the sky is out. I'm about to go buy me some hoochie daddy shorts. The sun's out, guns out.
Hey,
sun's out, guns out.
Out with it. I don't even care. It's about to be the hot boy summer.
Hey,
you better go back down to Daytona for BCR.
Listen, I can't wait to go back to Daytona Beach. I cannot wait.
Hey, listen. Hey, Anthony, you outside, huh?
Oh, listen.
Hey, listen, we outside together.
Sure.
Listen, also, and then on the other flip side, also, just again, I talked earlier about the fact, we had a good day at church again, Resurrection Sunday. I didn't all of I told you this, Shane. So, elevation. Come on, y'all. Y'all pray for your boy. Listen, I'm like one of Jesus' disciples. I'm Peter. I ain't got it all the way together.
Yeah.
Let you out. That's just, it's still in me. Just pray for your boy.
Right.
I got you.
However, we are now walking in a new path. So now I am now minister Anthony Brown.
Amen. Amen to that.
Come on, brother. Come on.
Well, that's why when I said discernment, you was like, discernment.
So my pastor, they was like, I ain't got to work as hard no more. I got a team. I got some people. I'm like, don't you get comfortable? Boy, listen.
Word.
Service wore me out today. That's all I'm going to say about that. But that's
why you had to take a power nap.
I had to take a power nap today. I mean, to the point where I was drenched. I was soaking wet today at the service. I'm like, what?
But you know what? You know what's so funny? Because when you're ministering, as I said, I was born in the church. I grew up in the church. My dad's a associate pastor. My mom is a missionary. Listen, it takes a lot out of you to deliver the word. Trust me. I've seen it firsthand. I know it. Man, listen, so I can understand when you said you came home and took a power nap, because that's needed.
And I'm so glad, because I had to work Friday for my day job and everything. I get to take off tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm taking off tomorrow. I'm tired. Hey, so before we get up out of here, I don't know if there's anything else yet. And I'm laughing.
Somebody said, Reverend Brown.
Reverend Doctor, listen, don't do that. I'm not asking. Listen, there's a lot just to get me to this space right here. So anyway, listen here. Before we get up out of here, I got one more thing, and this is for everybody. Whether you want to shout it out for those who are watching us online right now, you can put it in the comments, or to my two brothers here on the screen. One thing. Answer this question for me, or finish the sentence. One thing I want Black men to remember this week is. One thing I want Black men to remember this week is.
I got a quote from Jill Scott Heron. He said that nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something. So do something. It's not that you got to save the world, but you can save one person in your neighborhood. You can save one uncle, one auntie, one brother, one sister. Like you can help them. You can't help everybody. So, but that one person you help probably can make a difference for a generation of people.
Okay.
So nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something.
I love it. Shane, what you got?
One before thing you do that,
just remember this week.
Before you do that, before you save somebody, remember to love yourself.
Absolutely.
If you can't love yourself, you can't help nobody out there. You can't love nobody out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Profound.
Okay. I think for me, I want to just let every Black man know that there is hope.
Oh yeah.
Ever give up on the fact that there is hope. And if you can just hold on to that, that'll help you go on just a little while longer.
Oh yeah.
A little while longer. Listen, all those who are watching us today, please make sure you lift up a brother. Affirm a brother this week in your life, directly and intentionally. I need you to be intentional about how you engage with a brother this week. Make it impactful. Make it intentional this week. Hey, to learn more about the HBCU Man Cave and Historically Black Sense, make sure you go to our website at www.hbcusense.com. Shout out to @BlackMenswear today for providing us with that video clip with all that positivity and inspiration. Again, welcome to our new co-host, Shay Clemens, an alum of Bowie State University and a veteran of United States Air Force.
Correct. Yep. You got it. You got it.
Chair Force. Chair Force. Chair Force.
As always, I'm your boy, your uncle, your cousin, and your best friend. Thank you for watching another episode of the HBCU Man Cave, a safe space where men relate, relax, and release. Until next time, stay strong, stay proud, and stay Black. Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all.